Hello, and welcome back to another Contemplative Living. We try to bring concepts that help us to live a more contemplative life. And so today, we're going to talk about the subject of our heart and mind relationship. When we can bring our heart and mind together, we become this empowered person that can just make all the change that we really feel is necessary. And Spirit once said to me, draw universal love into your physical heart and mind. And do this to infuse every cell of your body. So Spirit's telling us, to bring that universal love into every cell in our body and to allow that to help and influence our everyday interactions. So that's what we're going to talk about. So let's get to it.
Welcome. Now creating a life of peace. This is Contemplative Living with David Bennett. Contemplations and reflections to help with spiritual living. This podcast is made possible by dharmatalks.com.
All right, so we're talking about the heart and mind relationship. And, it's critical. This is really important subject. And we have to try to work on this. It takes some discipline because we're always so caught up in our mind. And are your thoughts directing you, or are you directing your thoughts? Do you often feel overwhelmed, by your thoughts, as if they're controlling you instead of the other way around? It's important to take a step back. And take a step back and reflect on whether you're allowing your thoughts to dictate your actions or consciously choosing which thoughts to focus on. That chattery mind, it'll lead us astray. And your mind is a powerful tool that can either work for or against. And by becoming more aware of the patterns and the habits in your thinking process, you can start to shift towards a more intentional mindset. Instead of being passive recipients of whatever pops into our heads, we can dare to challenge them, redirect them towards empowering beliefs. So remember, it's not about suppressing negative thoughts, but rather actively choosing whether to participate and to place your attention. Where do we want to participate? Where do we want to place our attention? Take charge of your mental landscape and steer it in a direction that aligns with your values and your ideals. Trust in the power within yourself. That power within yourself can shape the narrative. Ultimately ask yourself, are my thoughts leading me astray, or am I guiding them towards my true nature? When you are present, allowing your nature to be as it is, thoughts do not consume you. When you're fully present in the moment, there's this beautiful sense of freedom that arises. You become aware of your surroundings, the sensations of your body, and the thoughts that are passing through your mind. In this state of presence, you allow your true nature to shine through without interference, without judgment. Thoughts come and go, but they no longer have the power to consume you. Instead, you observe them with a sense of detachment, recognizing them for what they are, just passing phenomena in the vast landscape of our consciousness. Being present allows you to connect more deeply connect more deeply with yourself and with others. It opens up that space for compassion and understanding, and to allow us to love and to allow that love to flow freely. Easy for me to say today, right? So maintain harmony and balance. Maintain that harmony and balance in the mind so the heart can shine through. Maintaining harmony and balance in the mind is essential to allowing our heart, to be present in all aspects of our life. We want to bring our heart into everything. And just as a beautiful symphony requires every instrument to play their part in harmony, our mind and heart must work together seamlessly to create a life that's filled with love and joy and purpose. When the mind is cluttered, when our mind is cluttered or it's full of stress, it can dim the light of our heart. It really can. And it makes it harder for us to connect with our true selves. It also makes it hard to connect with others. So bringing our heart and mind into coherent alignment allows us to let our creativity flow. And when we're in that creative space, we rise above the circumstances and we can see what needs to be done and what's truly important. So clear the mind to observe the moment without interpreting or classifying. We have this stuff that's just floating around all the time. We're being, shown and told and influenced all the time. And it's coming at us continuously all the time. But when we can clear our mind and when we can feel our heart and bring them together, we can observe the moment and we can see clearly. We rise above the circumstances so that we can clearly see, and we don't need to use any kind of judgment or interpretation. We can just understand what is. And when aligned with the heart, the mind unites with universal loving intentions. When we're aligned with the heart, the mind becomes a powerful force for positive change in our lives and the world around us. We're standing on the threshold. And by connecting with our deepest values and emotions, we can tap into the universal wellspring of love that flows throughout all beings. This alignment helps us to see beyond ourselves and recognize our interconnectedness with all living things. And that is critical in the world that we live in today. And with unity of heart and mind, we're able to approach challenges with compassion and understanding and a sense of shared purpose. Our thoughts become infused with loving intentions. Those can guide us toward actions that benefit not only ourselves, but everyone around us. And thoughts, and this harmonious relationship between heart and mind, we can find ourselves living more authentically and fully present in each moment. We become conduits. We become conduits for love. And we allow that to flow freely into the world and spread kindness and positivity. We need more positivity. Be in love with what is, whatever it is, or whatever direction it takes. Discovering the beauty in every moment regardless of its form or its outcome, is a powerful practice. It's a powerful practice that can bring immense joy and peace into our lives. When we learn to embrace what is with an open heart and an open mind, we are able to find contentment in all circumstances. We know that life is always going to be changing. It's constantly changing. And it's easy to get caught up in the expectations of how we think things should be, right? But when we let go of those notions and we just simply allow life to unfold as it will, we free ourselves. We free ourselves from unnecessary stress and disappointment. So let's become aware. Become aware of the sacredness of the universe and bring it into our heart and mind. Because as we navigate through the complexities of life, it's easy to get caught up in the daily routine and forget to pause and to appreciate the beauty of the universe. When we take a moment to truly connect with our heart and mind, we recognize, or at least we start to recognize, the sacredness that surrounds us at all times. We know that the universe is not just some vast expanse of stars. It's a living, breathing entity that pulses with energy and life, and it exists within each and every one of us, waiting to be acknowledged and embraced. And when we embrace when we embrace that and we become aware of the sacredness in our hearts and minds, a profound shift occurs within us. We begin to see the interconnectedness of all things, realizing that every action we take has an impact on the world around us. Every action. And embracing that awareness allows us to cultivate more gratitude, more compassion and harmony in our lives. So, I hope that you're able to work on your heart and mind relationship. Bring it into concordance of itself. Bring them together so that they become that empowering resonance within you that you can bring into every interaction as you go about your day, your week, as you work within yourself, your family, your community. And I hope you're able to bring that into your week, and you have a blessed week. Namaste.
Thank you for listening today to Contemplative Living with David Bennett. Please be sure to subscribe, listen, and share with your friends wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and the Podbean app. You can find the links to these on David's website, dharmatalks.com, on the Contemplative Living page. Have a blessed week.